Emma, defeat today. You're out of the League Cup No final position for us this year. What's your thoughts on that result and the performance?
It's really, really disappointing, to be honest. I'm not coming away happy because we fought back. Like, we turned up like that in the first half. It's a completely different game. Yeah, so it's actually really disappointing. Not just the result, but our performance from the first place.
Speaking of that performance, what do you think happened out there? Because we just seemed a bit just like we didn't turn up.
Yeah, it just seemed like a lack of belief that like they could win, which is just baffling to me, absolutely baffling to me. You know, we won 12-1 at the weekend. We've just won the Northants Cup. 3-0 before that, a win. You know, we had everything going for us, and they come out like they can't compete. And they can. They absolutely can. And we've shown that in the league. You know, we're still in the running to go up. And we've shown that each and every single week. But yeah, so it's really actually very frustrating for me as a manager to be like, what else can I do more for them?
What did you make of the goals that you conceded in the first half?
Very weak. Like, it was a ball over the top. We've got 3-on-1, and she manages to get a shot off, and we should have saved it. But it's a 3-on-1 in the first place, which is the frustrating bit. We should have easily dealt with it. Second one, again, it's really weak, really straight from a J kick, and then a complete switch off on the third goal. But we've shown like what we can do. Like, we had way more chances in the second half. We had a penalty, obviously, and we even could have like drawn it at the end. I think there was certain panic through Wycombe that we were. So yeah, not the best outfit.
But of course, before conceding the goal, you did have some opportunities. In fact, you hit the bar, and it's like we take those chances, and maybe we're looking at a different story today.
Yeah, that's the game of football, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a couple that just ran straight through, and you're like, oh, that's just a day today. But yeah, if you take your chances, you win games. And yeah, you know, that's just football. Sometimes those go in, sometimes they don't. There's not much else you can do apart from actually put the effort in. And could 11 players or 16 players of mine say that they put 100% in today? Absolutely not.
You think as well there was sort of like some sort of mental block today from the players?
I think so. There must have been, because I don't really know what else is going on. Obviously, we had a game Thursday night. It was a challenging pitch with uphill, downhill. So we've had, and it's a similar team that's come out today because of injuries and availability. So could they have heavy legs? Yeah, but I always say, you give me 45 and you're absolutely spent, then you're absolutely spent, but you give me the best 45 you could. I've always said that, and I just don't feel that happened today.
Of course, as well, you do mention some injuries there and unavailability. Do you think that may have played an effect on today?
It could have. You don't know. You don't know, because it still could have been the same kind of thing that happens. But yeah, we missed big players today. But as probably did Wycombe, and as probably will the next team. You know, you have to. That's why you get a big squad in, and that's why you all work as a team to get to the final outcome.
But of course, we did fight back in the sort of final 10 minutes. We got those 2 goals, and there was a sniff of a chance. You said like that's not particularly pleasing, but is there an element there?
Yeah, at the end I did say, look, I'm proud of your reaction, but what did annoy me is it took for 1 goal to go in to get that reaction. Yeah, we came out better in the second half, don't get me wrong, but you saw the goal went in for the penalty, and suddenly you saw everyone like lift up a little bit, like, oh, okay, we might get another one here, and then all of a sudden the game changes. I just don't believe that it should take a goal for that to happen, in my eyes.
And how do you feel going into the rest of the games? Because other teams may look at this and say, like, in hearing your words and be like, you know what, we can get at Winchester now, and you know we can spoil their party.
Yeah, but from what the words I'm saying, I've probably annoyed my team. So you're probably going to get a reaction off my team as well that come rally out and just prove me wrong. And you know they do each and every week. So that's what I'm hoping. I've annoyed them. I'm sure I have, and they'll rally up. We've got a whole week now to our next game, and we'll bring it.